Now we saw earlier with the application events, right? With on click of search we had application event. On click of contacts, like we have like component application event, isn't it? Today we'll implement the edit functionality. Today we'll implement the edit functionality. Okay. So to edit this record, let's go back and see the structure draw.io. I'll be talking about only this piece now. What is this component name? Technically, what is the component name? Display accounts, right? Yes or no? We have a component called display accounts. Inside that, we have a component called display account, right? As a child components, isn't it? Inside for loop, our iteration we have. Let me see. Display accounts dot cmp. Oh, sorry, display contacts. This one. Display accounts.cmp. Here we have our iteration, isn't it? Inside our iteration we have display account, right? Here we have our iteration. Our iteration is kind of a for loop. So that if you have a collection of data, list of data, because here we had a list of data. If you want to read record by record, then you need to use our iteration. Items will be your attribute name, and where is your local variable. Like while writing your for loop, you will define one local variable within the for, right? Yes or no? Yeah. The same variable, and index is nothing but is like 1 2 3 4, like which indexes currently it is located. Now I wanted to add another record, another component to edit a component here only. I need to add edit functionality. I need to add edit functionality. How can I add my edit functionality here? Yes, we can use edit the account record. So to edit this account record, so my expectation is that on click of edit, it should give a pop-up. It should give a pop-up model, and then it should display the selected account there with save and cancel. Okay, clear? Now let's go to developer.salesforce.com. Developer.salesforce.com. Documents, Lightning Component Library. Model is not there. Getsles.com. Here we have a models code. Here we also have. One. Okay. Here pop-up model. Okay. This looks good. Let's save it. So this is like a simple model code that you can always use from Google, and we can customize it now. Okay. Let's go. The content contains well-formed characters, data, or markup. Okay. Format document. Save. Deploy. Okay. Now, is it visible? Okay. Sorry. Now, if I go ahead and refresh the component, now we got the model, right? Anyway, you can't do anything for now because we need to add actions for this. So now this model should come only on click of edit. On click of edit only this model should come, okay? So let me add one more attribute here. I'll add an attribute saying that aura attribute name equal to selected account ID, type equal to string. Okay. I'll add only here. I'll add my aura if is true equal to v dot selected account ID not equal to let me add default to 10. This model should come only when it is not equal to none. Clear? Okay. Deploy. Refresh. So now we are not getting that model. Okay. Now on click of edit we need to call, right? Where we have this edit button? We have that edit button inside our display contact, right? Display accounts, right? Display account CMP. Here we have edit button. On click of edit button, you should update. You should either you can find a component event here. Either you can find a component event, or you can also use Aura attribute. But in this case, I will tell you how to create a component event because till now we never use it, right? Component event. Let me show you an example. Let me create one event saying that sfdx create Aura event and I'll say record select. My component name is, event name is record select, and instead of application, what I should say? Component. Instead of application, what should I say? Component. Selected record helps to enable edit functionality. And I'll define one attribute here. Why we need to define an attribute here? So that we can pass as a parameter. Our attribute name equal to record ID, type equal to string. See, we have event defined now. Let's deploy it. Now, if I have an event, what is the next thing that I need to do? If I have event, what should I do now? I need to register, right? Where you are need to find an event? Inside your display account. So silent guys, I'm there or I'm not there? Okay. So now I need to execute an event, initiate an event from the display account. So then I need to have a registered here. Event registered. Now our column registered, our column registered event name equal to select record type equal to your namespace colon your event name, your namespace colon your event name. Record select is your event name, so this is your event name. That's it. Now let's go to the controller. Let's go to the controller.js. Here we don't have any button called view contacts only, even for edit also. Let me add one more functionality called edit action colon function. So let me define my component comma event comma helper. This is kind of a syntax, so I'll replace my edit action with button edit view contacts action. Okay, I replaced it. Now what I need to do, I need to execute an event. I need to execute an event. How to fire an event? It's very simple. Let CMP or component event. So I'll say component event equal to component dot get. What you need to get here? You need to get this name. Select record. Your name you need to get. Select record event name. I'll say this way so that you can able to understand when you watch videos also. Now I'm getting my event name. Later what I need to do? CMP event dot set param. Same old story. Inside flower base as a JSON and your record ID. And here how you will know that which account you are trying to display? That is under your account record, right? Here you have a record, isn't it? Record. So I'll say component dot get dot ID. Here get means v dot your record. Clear? Any doubts in this? And then final step, do not miss it, component event dot file. Now event will be fine. Format document, configure, prettier, format document. Okay. Any questions? Okay. So this is deployed. And later, this is a register. Now I need to handle my event, isn't it? I need to handle from here. Let's go and define an event here. Aura handler, Aura handler name. This is very important. Here the component name and the register name should be same. For a component events, the name of register and handler should be same. Then only it will execute. Else it will not execute. Clear? Event equal to C colon my namespace colon my event name, and then what I need to have the action, and I'll name this action as C dot edit action handler, edit action handler. Save. Let me go to my JS file to define my action. Edit action handler function component comma event comma helper. Now I need to read a value. Where I need to read a value? From the event I need to read a value. And what is the parameter that I need to use? Record ID, right? So now let ACC ID equal to, it's very simple, event dot get param of, what is your parameter name? Why I'm saying it's a parameter? You are doing a set params, right? And what is the parameter key that you are using? Record ID, isn't it? So I can say record ID. So I'll get my account ID. Then what I'll do? Selected account ID. Component dot set v dot selected account ID comma ACC ID. Save. Deploy. Refresh it. Now click edit. What happened? Developer console. Sources. Commentary. Display account. Edit action. Okay, I'm just setting debug logs just to check. Edit. Okay. Pause debugger. Oh, sorry, my bad here. It's I'm using like component.get. Ideally, it should be component.get event. This is my bad. Sorry for that. Okay. Refresh. Oil. Next. So edit, we are here. Next step, okay. I got my record ID. Yes. What's the record ID? Got it here. Okay. Now we got model, right? So it worked as expected, isn't it? Yes or no? Now instead of model box, I should say that edit account name. Edit that account name. Edit, editing, and then account name I need to display. So for that, what I need to do? Simply I need to add one more parameter with a record name, right? Yes or no? I'm just modifying now. So now here I'll go, I'll add one more parameter, record name to the parameters like deploy, and here I'll say comma, record name equal to component dot get dot name v dot record deploy, and here I need to handle it. Let ACC name equal to event dot get param of record name, get param of record name, and then let me go here, simple model. Instead of model box, I'll define say v dot model header. I'm giving v dot model header, so same way I'll define my attribute. Aura attribute name equal to v dot model type equal to string. Say here let final header name equal to double quotes editing your ACC name, right? And then component dot set v dot model header comma final header name, deploy. Now we'll go back and these buttons are not working because still we never configured, right? Oil edit. Now we are getting editing United Oil and Gas. Now it is looking somewhat better than before, right? Now in Lightning component library, you have a record edit form. You have a record edit form provided by Salesforce default. You have a record edit form, specifications, and we have a documentation both. So how to use it? You need to use a record edit form and Aura object name and the record ID. Once you pass this information, automatically the field will be editable. Let's go back. I'm just copying this simply. This is a standard component given by Salesforce. Instead of model box example, I'll delete it and I'll paste our sample code. Here record ID, what we have record ID here? Selected account ID in this case. So let's plus selected account ID, v dot selected account ID, and object name is account, and I wanted to change only fields called name field, phone field, description, and I will say rating. Only few fields that I wanted to change, else I don't want to change anything else. Deploy. Refresh. Oil. Search. Edit. Now we have like account name and everything, right? Now we have account name and everything. So now I can able to, you can't modify account name. The reason behind it is an output field. So if we can say input field, then it can be editable. Deploy. Refresh it. Now I don't need this button. Now I don't need this button. That is not looking good. Instead of save, cancel. On handle hide model, let's say instead of cancel edit, if I go here, cancel edit colon function component event helper, then all we need to say, we need to hide. So if it is null, automatically this will be hidden. So you can simply say component dot set v dot this one save. Cancel edit, and here also you have cancel edit. Refresh. Oil. Set. Edit. Now you have like editing this particular record. You modify anything, and then if you click save, it should save. If you click cancel, it should cancel. Cancel, it got cancelled. Now oil and gas UK, I'm cancelling it. If it is a Singapore, you got Singapore. So this is working as expected at the event base, right? Any questions till this point? Now on click of save, we need to submit the record edit form. Let me refine one Aura ID for this. Aura colon ID edit record. So let's go to the specifications here. Submitting values with a button. Check on click event handler button. Submit success. Override the defaults. Like we have everything. Let's go down little bottom. This is type submit, so this will not be useful. This is like from dispense record UI component dot response handle success handle submit. This is different. 1 minute Aura ID. This is also type submit. One minute. Here how to show you documentation. So generally what happens, record edit forms are provided by Salesforce. It's nothing but a base component. Generally we'll say base components. Base components, whatever if you need, you can either get it from a documentation, and you can also have specifications, like if something you wanted to add. Sorry, I got muted. Hello, you guys are so silent. I'm not understanding. Like there is no quick follow-ups. Okay. Oh, now, right, this is like a record edit from the base component provided by Salesforce. Now, what you can do here on click of save, like we never implemented save. On save details, we need to submit this record edit form, and this can be submitted through its ID. So let's say submit colon function. We don't need to write. That is called no, that's called record edit form. Record edit form will update your record directly. It is getting records directly, right, from the system. By passing ID itself, you are getting all these fields. The same way, if you do submit, automatically it will submit. Component dot find. What you need to find here, your record edit form ID, your record form ID, edit record, your record form ID, and then simply do submit. Once you submit, it will be submitted automatically. Now, if you can go here, there is an option called on success, right? On success, on submit, on load, on error. So whenever the record gets successfully updated, whenever record gets successfully updated, I need to handle this. How to handle this? If I can go here, so Control F, Control V, on success. There is a on success event. How they are defined? As soon as they submit a record, they are calling one action. And let me handle both. Let me handle both to understand better. On success and on edit. Handle submit. Handle submit function component comma event comma helper, and we also have handle success, right? Both. Handle success colon function component comma event comma helper. So here we have an option called, there is another feature in Lightning where you can take it as a toast. We have like a toast toast messages. 1 minute, why it is not coming? Lightning toast, force colon show toast. Okay, show toast, force colon toast show. There is a event called show toast, right? This is nothing but your pop-up. Like whenever you save normal record, you will get and saying that hey, this got successful or not, right? Let's copy this toast and I'll paste it here. Instead of success, there is a different thing, sticky. Dismissible mode, message template, title, 1 minute, mode, Dismissible in the sense automatically it hides. Dismissible. And then I'll say okay. We have type. We have type on submit. What is the type that I can use? Info. I'll use info here. And I'll say the record has been submitted. And I'll use same toast. I'll use same toast to my handle success. And on SUCCES on success. And dismissible info is nothing but I'll say success. My type is success. It's been updated. And then I'll take this one, copy, I'll paste it, save. So this is a toast message which will give a pop-up. Format with TypeScript. Deploy. Now let's go back, refresh. Oil, edit content, edit. Now I got it, so I'll just remove this dot and I'm saving it. On success, we got a record success. This is not updating, right? This name is not updating, isn't it? Yes or no? But if I click oil, so there is update. So it means the component is not refresh. So technically what is the, okay, by the way, what is toast here? If I can say save, you are getting a pop-up, right? Because it is not having that much transition. It is going very fast. Okay, the same way if it is a info, right, you will get that icon and it will give in a yellow color. That's it. Toast is something, a information to a user. Now, what we need to do, we need to refresh. We need to refresh the details. How I can refresh the details? Your account record should get re-updated, isn't it? That event where we have in such component, isn't it? Right or wrong? So whenever there is a change, whenever there is an update, so you should fire an event again. You should fire an event again, and you need to invoke those such action again. What is the problem here? On click of such, you are getting details from this component to this component, and you are trying to update only account records here, right? Here you are updating only account records. On click of save, what happens? The component is updated, but this information you got from here, right? Right? So now what happened? You need to refresh these accounts from server. It means that on click of save success, you need to fire an event. That event should call your such action, such button again. That button, then you will get updated details. It's a long way process. You understood this? How to fix this is okay. This is your display account records, right? For display account records, from where you are getting your accounts? From such action, right? Now you are updating here. You are updating within the account components. But what is the source of data? Such account from this component, right? On success, you need to fire a application event. That application event need to call your such action. Header component, sorry. We can call n number of actions. So all you need to say in success, right? In success. Here you will be calling, here you need to fire an event. That event handler should be, that event action should be your such action, on click such action. Here what it will do, for example, I'm saying, it will look like this instead of action. So it will look like this, that's it. Instead of value change, all you need to handle like Aura events and everything. The register event we have here, now it become like a handler. Can you do that for me?